Welcome to In Focus with Eden Lane.
Later tonight, we'll visit the Museo de las Americas for their new exhibit, Cara. We'll also learn about a brand new review at Lannie's Cloktower Cabaret, Viva Las Divas. But we begin at the Denver Center for the Addams Family Musical. Here's a glimpse of the show.
Come, every member of our clan, living, dead, and undecided. And help us celebrate what it is to be an Addams.
This kooky comic musical had plenty of changes from the Broadway production to the national tour, and I had a special invitation to meet with company dance captain Jonathan Ritter. We met in the rehearsal studios at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts. Welcome to Colorado.
Thank you.
Have you been here before?
I have. I was here in 2006.
For?
Wicked, the show Wicked.
Wicked.
Yeah.
And
in the same theater.
you were dancing in the tour of Wicked.
I was, and I wasn't a swing. I was dancing in the ensemble, and I felt the altitude immediately.
They always say that. There's a legend about the rows of oxygen tanks backstage at the Buell Theater just
true.
to help you guys.
And I had heard about it before coming, and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then after the opening number, I was like, oxygen. You know? Yeah. It can get to you.
The dancers definitely really earn their keep in that show. And in this show, the Addams Family Musical, you're not really sure what to expect because we all know what the Addams Family is. So when you describe it, how do you describe this show?
I just describe it as fun. It's a really fun show. It's fun to do and it's fun to watch. And as the dance captain, I get to watch the show a lot and take notes. And every time I watch it, it's just, I notice new things. It's really funny. It's just a fun experience.
The book in this, it's very heavy in book compared to most of its contemporaries in terms of musical theater.
Yes.
There's a lot more book, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Now, you sort of touched on you weren't a swing with Wicked, but you are a swing with this.
I am a swing.
Someone doesn't know what that means.
A swing.
What is a swing?
Not a swinger. That's the first thing. A swing.
That's a different show.
Yeah, exactly. A swing is somebody who's responsible for knowing all of the parts in the chorus or in the ensemble. So they swing from part to part to part. And so I have to know all 6 parts of the males in the show. Actually, I have to basically know everyone's part.
You have to know everyone's, even though you wouldn't step into that part because
Correct.
you're the dance captain.
Correct. So it's my job, if we get a new Gomez or a new Morticia in the show, I have to teach them the show. I get to teach them the show. And I'm responsible for jumping in in the middle of the show if someone's sick or injured or on vacation or, at a moment's notice. So it keeps it exciting.
We're talking to you the night after you made the first performance in Denver.
Yeah.
And you got to step in last night.
I was, yeah. I've been in the show. I was in the show last night, and it was fun. Each of the ensemble members in the show get to play their own specific character. So we all play the dead ancestors of the Addams from a different era. So we have a flapper, a cowgirl, and I play an escaped convict from the 20s. So I play that character every time I go in, regardless of who I go in for.
So the characterization moves through each track with you.
Right.
That's
But
clever.
I just have to step in a different hole in
bit
the
of choreography, spacing, that sort of thing.
Right.
Now, the Addams Family Musical, like we said, is very funny. If you like the Addams Family, you would definitely appreciate the book of this show. And the musical numbers are quite fun.
Yeah.
And there's a surprising amount of dancing.
There is a lot of dance. And it's fun to do, and it's really stylized. And, it's technical, but a lot of it is about the characterization and the putting your character into the movement.
And that starts right from the moment the curtain opens, practically,
Yeah.
because that's how the show opens, with a big musical number.
At the very top, our big opening number, everybody on stage dances, even Lurch, everybody. So it's really fun to watch the opening because you can see different things happening all the time. But that's the best part. And tonight we may have some people out, so I was thinking maybe I could teach you some of it in case you needed to step in.
Only
we
if I
might
could
need
do
an extra
Lurch's
swing.
part.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we're here in the dance studio.
We're in a dance studio.
Is that why we met you here?
Yeah. I think it's fate. I think I should maybe do a
If we can
mock.
get them to put the cameras away, we can give it a try.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Well, I couldn't convince them to put the cameras away, so here's my attempt to learn part of the opening production number of the Addams Family Musical.
Here we go.
So we're going to try it.
We're going to try it. We're going to be feet together, and we're going to start with our Addams snaps. So they look like this. Perfect. Yes. You're Morticia, I'm Gomez. So you have the Morticia slinky stance. Perfect. That's the check. So we hear them go, when you're in Addams, snap, snap. They sing, you have a very special duty. On duty, we're going to take 4 walks, starting on our right foot, and we're going to do our little head shake, our kooky head shake. So 5, 6, 7, and duty, 2, 3, together.
And does the last step take weight?
Together, yeah. Because then the next thing is you're gonna step with your right. Yeah. So we'll do it again. When you're in Addams, you're obligated to the on clan. We're going to do our weird kind of dead ancestry hinge step. That's the technical term.
Hinge step. Okay.
Weird ancestor hinge step.
Weird ancestor hinge step.
Yes.
Got it.
Our feet are gonna go touch and touch and touch together. So just 3 of them.
Okay.
And you can really hinge back like so. And our hands are gonna be parallel to the ground. And they can kind of go here, here, here together, or down.
Okay.
Yeah. Elbows in, fingers together. So together it goes here and here and here together. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try that all together. So we go from the top.
Okay.
A 5, 6, 7. When you're in Addams, you have a very special duty. 3, together. When you're in Addams, you're obligated to the clan. Do. That was awesome. That's great.
Oh, goodness.
So next, we're gonna go, it's family first.
Okay.
And this is our proud Addams family. We're all part of the family. We go, family first, and you can kind of lay your head back. And yes, perfect. The only difference is you are gonna hook my arm with your arm.
Oh.
So you're gonna go, I go first, and then you go second. Yes. And still look at the audience, but just that chest is out.
Okay.
Proud. Yes. Let's try that. So I go first. It's family first, and you go, and family last. Now we're going to take 4 walks on our right foot, and family by and by. Yep. And on that, we're going to do our flick, 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 and flick.
Okay.
So I go, it's family first, and family last, and family by and by. When you're in Addams, we're just going to come together. Just kind of unwind from this position. When you're in Addams, and then they go, you do what Addams do, or, so let's go from here. So it's family first and family last, and family by and by. When you're in Addams together, the standard answers don't apply. We're just gonna do a little conga step traveling backwards.
Okay.
5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3, touch. Addams. Then we do our snaps. You do what Addams do, or and then they're gonna sing die, and I'm gonna go like this. Die, and we're gonna walk forward. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take you around to this side, like so. Then you're gonna spin in. You can wrap this arm around.
This one?
Perfect. And I'm gonna go up, and then your arm can be down, like so. Yes. Done. And that's it.
Okay.
And that's the end.
He's like, can I have dinner?
Yeah. You're a natural.
Well.
Alright,
Are
you
we
ready?
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, go. When you're in Addams.
kind of a mind craze when he gets faster like that. But,
Yes.
I mean,
I don't know how you guys do it. I'm glad that no one has called in sick tonight.
But if they do, I have your number. So
Don't call in sick tonight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
Welcome
welcome.
to Colorado. Welcome back to Colorado.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is fun.
Don't miss the real dancers with the Addams Family Musical and the entire cast. They're still at the Buell Theater. Just visit denvercenter.org to get your tickets to the Addams Family Musical. One more weekend through July 1st. Museo de las Americas educates our community about the diversity of Latino Americano art and culture from the ancient to the contemporary. Cara a Cara, Face to Face, is the newest exhibit. The exhibit is centered around masks. Masks express ideations of beauty, raw human emotion, and externalize the inner mind, which make them a vivid element in many folk and traditional ceremonies. Sacred and endowed with magical powers, masks confront the viewer with a myriad of eternal dualities, personifications of life and death, and images of the gods and guardians of nature. Ultimately, they all serve the same purpose: to liberate their wearers and their audiences. This new exhibit was curated by the Executive Director of Museo de las Americas, Maruca Salazar.
This exhibit is a very important exhibit because what we are showcasing is ritualistic masks. 80% of our exhibit deals with masks that have been used through dances and different kinds of actual rituals and presentations throughout the Americas. We have masks from Brazil, from the Canela Indians. We have masks from Guatemala. We have masks from Mexico, from the state of Guerrero. And each and one of those masks come from the early 20th century or the late 19th century. So the mask collection is priceless, it's extremely valuable, and it has representation of rituals that were traditionally performed across the American continent.
For us, this evening is a special event because it's an exhibit that comes from our permanent collection. And it's a special collection because it deals with masks and the persona that masks portray for the indigenous people that created them and how important they were to them ceremonially. And since we're a museum of the Americas for Latino culture and art, this allowed us to really portray that in a very specific but very telling way. 90% of them are a part of our permanent collection, which have been donated by private collections. The other 10% are on loan from a gallery, and they have been generous supporters of the Museo, so they felt compelled when they saw that we were going to have this exhibit to lend us some pieces. I was just talking with a woman who was looking at one of our larger masks, which has a lot of very sharp, colorful details to it, and she was trying to understand how it could be a mask that they danced with. How could they possibly wear this huge mask? They also come with other parts, as a part of the ceremony. And so, you have to look at it in a context. And that's why it's really important, I think, for people to come down and look at, all the different variety of masks, but also the different areas of the Americas that they come from, because they each have a unique story, and they each portray that story in a very special way. I really encourage people, please come down, see it for yourself, because we all bring our own, unique experiences to what we see. And for everyone who does that, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised.
exhibit will be in place all the way to September the 18th. And at that time, we're going to change the exhibit. But you can come to Museo from Tuesdays through Fridays from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and Saturdays and Sundays from noon until 5 p.m. So hope you can come down and visit Museo de las Américas.
For more information on this new exhibit, Cara, or any of the other programs, visit their webpage, museo.org. Lannie's Cloktower Cabaret continues to be one of the most fascinating entertainment venues in Denver. And it's perfectly located underground in the historic DNF Cloktower in the heart of the Denver theater, hotel, and shopping district. And we meet the co-creators and co-hosts of a brand new show, Viva Las Divas, Anthony Rizzuto and Michael Vrooman. Well, it's awfully delightful to see you guys again. I mean, I know you aside from this production that we're visiting you for, so it's nice to have another reason to visit with you. It's been a long time.
Thank you very much. It has been a long time.
And we're here in sort of a dressing room, workroom area because you're currently appearing once a month in a brand new show. Well, it's not really brand new anymore. We're kind of late to the table at Lannie's Cloktower Cabaret.
Well, maybe it's new to the public because we wanted to have a bit of a slow start so that we could find our voice, figure out exactly what the show was before we called you. So we think we've done that.
So we think we figured out what the show is, and it's called
Viva Las Divas, The Art of Illusion, and this will be our fourth month, fifth month. So not too new, but still pretty new.
And this is not just a typical female impersonator or drag show because you're not in a gay club. You're in a cabaret, a traditional, full-on, glorious, glamorous cabaret.
Right, in historic downtown Denver, in the Cloktower building.
In the DNF Cloktower building, which is a landmark on the 16th Street Mall downtown.
And we visited Lannie's many times for the show. We love going there, both to interview and to be a member of the audience. It's such a fun place. The staff is great. How did you find this as your venue for your new show?
I think it was a collaboration between us and Lannie Garrett as well, from Lannie's.
I'd known Lannie for a long time. I used to do a show at Club Proteus, which became Bent. It's called Guys and Dolls, and Lannie and I met a long time ago.
And it's a supermarket now.
And now it's a supermarket.
And deli,
Yeah, there's got to be glitter hiding in that building somewhere. I'm sure of it. But Lannie and I kind of knew each other, and then she called me a few years ago because of you.
Because of me?
Yes, and I remember you called me and said, can I give Lannie Garrett your phone number? She's lost it because she needs somebody to host bingo.
That's right.
So we did a show there for a charity event. I did a show there, and she said, I need you to work in my bar. And we talked about that a little bit. And then flash forward to, we did another show there. Michael and I did another bingo charity there.
We're still doing charity bingos at Lannie's, which is nice.
We have one coming up. But she said, I just love you two so much, and you fit in my bar, and I want to find a way to have you come and do a show there. And maybe it's bingo, maybe it's not. But if it's not bingo, I'll write a show for you because I want you in my club.
That's a high compliment, not just that she would write a show for you, but to say that you fit in there because the climate there is not at all intimidating. That is a warm, friendly, fun-loving place. It
absolutely is. Yeah.
And a little crazy.
A little crazy.
Which we're happy to contribute to once a month.
Yeah. We're not short on the crazy.
No.
If we're getting the chance to see your show once a month, and it's Viva Las Divas?
Viva Las
Divas.
What is it?
It's a Las Vegas kind of interactive cabaret show that room certainly, as you know, lends itself to a high-end cabaret. That's what it is. But it is more than just the art of illusion, even though that's part of its title as well. There are men in drag, women in drag. We have a drag king. It's comedy, it's dance, it's monologues. It really is a modge-podge of everything. Yeah. It really is.
So no matter what kind of music you like or what kind of comedy you like, you're going to find a little bit.
There should be something for everyone.
It's
absolutely
a potpourri. It's kind of a dirty potpourri, but a potpourri nonetheless.
So it is definitely an adult show.
This is an adult show.
Not a family-friendly show.
No, but we are able to. It's 18 and
up.
It's
18 and up.
18 and up.
Yeah.
So tell me about the cast you've assembled. How did you find them, and who are they?
Well, they are some of the best entertainment that Denver has to offer. We have the two of us plus four.
Plus four more, and we rotate 3 of them in each month, so somebody can have the month off.
Some of them are like, for example, a past Miss El Paso, Miss Gay El Paso.
Kira Sexton.
That's felony misdemeanor. Kira Sexton is a past Miss Colorado, just as you are.
Right. So we have felony misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm. Venus Sexton.
Venus Sexton.
Kira Sexton.
Kira Sexton, who's a pretty well-known makeup artist in
right.
his daytime.
Right, in his own right.
Profession.
Very incredibly talented in his daytime life.
And our newest cast member is, we say newest because she's been doing drag, I'd say for about 3-4 years now.
Baby.
Just a baby girl, cute little blonde pop bombshell, Sasha Andrews.
So those are the female impersonators?
Correct.
And who is the male impersonator?
Bootsy Edward Collins.
Bootsy
Edward Collins is his name. He's very smooth.
Now, just hearing that name, I have to makes you want to find out who this is. Who's this character? What's this act?
Well, Bootsy, up to this point in the show, is the person who is most often asked about, who the bar gets phone calls about, who people come in off the street, and when they're coming to the show and say, "Is Bootsy in the show tonight?" and Bootsy's daytime life, we call her Beau, and she's a drag king, so she transforms from a female to male.
And gives you anything from Rick James to Ludacris to...
And then she threw in Jason
Chuck
Mraz.
Berry, Jason Mraz.
I love Jason.
You never know what you're going to get.
And tonight...
And can dance.
Yes.
And he
really can dance. Gavin DeGraw tonight.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know that it was a female, and it's crazy. So good.
I know you have scheduled for July, you have a special event that you've scheduled to sort of finish launching your show, to sort of celebrate where you're at. Right. Tell me about that.
So summer months are slow in bars and nightclubs, particularly in Colorado, because it's so beautiful and light outside, and we live in such a gorgeous city that at 8:45 and 9 o'clock it's still not dark. And so we're trying to build our audience and entice people to come in. And so July's show is absolutely free, and it's a girls' night out,
or those who dress like girls.
So
it's free included if you're a woman or dressed as a woman.
Or dressed as a woman.
Hey, guys, if you just want to put a wig and a bow on, that's fine. And come
borrow
down and
your wife's lipstick, slap some on, and come to the show. It's fantastic.
Come down.
Or if you don't, just pay the cover.
Well, right, but if we go out in the audience and find a man who just paid the cover and has absolutely nothing on, well, he's going to borrow something from the cast. He just doesn't know.
He won't leave that way.
Yeah, he'll have to sit in it. I don't know, maybe in Bette Midler's wig for an hour, or in one of Harley's gloves.
It'll be fun regardless.
We'll put some clip earrings on him, something.
So it's easier to borrow something from someone and just come in.
Absolutely.
And have a good time.
Absolutely.
What made you decide to do that in the middle of July?
Well, it's just a great time for weddings. So you've got bachelorette parties, girls that are on vacation that just want to get crazy together. And
Lannie thought that a girls' night out, she said, I just think this is a fantastic show for a group of girlfriends. And she said, I just think Sex in the City, but in Denver, those kind of girls to come and have a great night out and celebrate themselves, and that we could tailor a show around that. And we said we absolutely could do something like that. So we've already been talking music for that and what that might end up like, and I think it's going to be a bit insane.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
We know each other, so you can say that with all honesty. Yeah,
we might have a pillow fight. You don't know. You just don't.
Well, I just suggested the green facial masks and rollers and go out in bathrobes, and it's a girls' night, like pajama party.
Time on painting.
Yeah, I won't have to spend a lot of time on makeup.
Well, I'm anxious to come for the girls' night out in July, and
we're anxious to have you.
I'm glad that you invited us in after you found your voice
yes.
for your new show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On
Thank
bringing
you so
something creative that you dreamt of right in the middle of Denver to Lannie's Cloktower Cabaret.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be there.
We're thrilled that
absolutely
we think to be on the 16th Street Mall, and it's such a historic place, and the building is so beautiful, and that when we come up in the elevator from the building across the street from the parking garage, carrying all of this across the 16th Street Mall in broad daylight into the Cloktower,
that is a parade amongst itself.
You should come and get camera footage of that.
We definitely will. Thanks for carving out a little bit of time just before your June show. It's this very same day that we're taping this. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to come and see you guys again.
Thanks again so much for doing this for us. We so appreciate it.
Viva Las Divas, the art of Illusion Follies, plays Lannie's Cloktower Cabaret the second Wednesday of every month. Visit lannies.com for details. Later in July, we bring our cameras to the Telluride Playwrights Festival, and you can join us. Visit playwrightsfestival.org for all the information.
That's all for this edition. Remember to join us on Facebook and Twitter. With all that Colorado has to offer, we're here to help you keep it in focus. Thanks for watching. Good night.